Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel, where I'm always breaking down the hot sports topics of the day. My name is Mike. Be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube to get all of my videos uploaded directly to your feed. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Pro Bowl today. The Pro Bowl will be played a little bit later on today. In my opinion, it's the worst of all the four major professional sports version of their All-Star game. I'll get into why I think that a little bit later. But if you're sitting down and you're going to watch the Pro Bowl today, you're one of these guys, you set time aside, you say, I'm going to watch a good chunk of the Pro Bowl today, or heck, I'm even going to watch the thing start to finish. You're probably in one of two camps. First camp is you just have a football Jones. You've been watching football since late August, every weekend, multiple days per week in most cases. And now this is the first weekend, besides the Senior Bowl yesterday, where you get to sit down, you get to watch some pro football, you get to watch some of the NFL All-Stars in action, and you're just a guy who genuinely loves football, and you're starting to get a little bit sad that it's going to go away come next weekend after the Super Bowl is done. You're either in that camp, or you're a guy who is maybe interested in things from a gambling perspective. Let's put it that way. Maybe you look at this as one of your last chances to get action on a football game for the rest of the year here, being mainly the Pro Bowl, and obviously the Super Bowl next week. Maybe you're looking to make some of that money back that you lost during the playoffs. But make no mistake about it, when they talk about the bad play coupled with the high TV ratings of the Pro Bowl, you'd be a fool not to draw a direct line between wagering and the reason why people watch the Pro Bowl. So if you're watching the Pro Bowl today, you're probably in one of those two camps. Either you want some action from a betting perspective, or you just got a football Jones and you need to watch football because you're sad it's going away next weekend. I think the Pro Bowl is the worst of all the four major professional sports All-Star games. I don't think I'm alone in this. I think it's a pretty wide opinion that it is. I think the major problem the NFL has with the Pro Bowl is that it's so far away or so far removed from what makes the product great. The reason why we all love football is we perceive that they're playing very hard every minute of every game. Yeah, the season might not be that long, 16 games, but for those 16 games and for those 60 minutes per game, these guys are putting it all on the line and playing hard, and I think we like that as viewers. And in the Pro Bowl, you don't get that, okay? And rightfully so. If I was playing in this game and I was a high-priced player, I wouldn't go all out either, okay? I'm not blaming them for not. And another how the Pro Bowl differs from a typical football game is the strategy involved. We love, as real football fans, if you're a tried and true football fan, you love seeing how a 3-4 blitz scheme is going to work, against Aaron Rodgers, or you love to see how is someone going to attack Colin Kaepernick and the pistol? Who's going to come up with a defense to sort of neutralize that? We love things from a strategy perspective, from a game planning perspective, okay? Which is why head coaches are so revered in the NFL. We love that Belichick, who is a surly guy, but he's a mastermind sometimes when it comes to either the offense or defensive side of the ball. Or we love when a good offense comes against a good defense from a scheme standpoint. Who's going to win that matchup? That's what makes the NFL great. And again, we don't get that in the Pro Bowl. You have mixed match coaches with players that have never played together. Okay, they're just trying to install a basic game plan to get through the game. When you have Major League Baseball, okay, Major League Baseball's, and again, a big problem with the NFL is, again, going back to, the differences here. The NFL's is at the end of their season. It's at the end of a season. Some of these guys haven't played a game in a month. Okay, their bodies are finally rested, are finally maybe healed a little bit, or you have people coming off of playoff losses either last week or the week before. So I think the fact that it's played at the end of the football season is a problem as well. But again, there's really no way to play this game in the middle of the season. So there's a lot of things the NFL is up against that these other leagues aren't. As far as Major League Baseball, the NBA, NHL, these games are all played. The All-Star Games are all played right in the middle of their seasons. From the Major League standpoint, you get a representative from every team, which I think is good. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I think it's actually good. The Major League Baseball All-Star Game, although I don't agree with this, it actually means something, okay? You get to see pretty cool matchups between pitchers facing hitters that I know with interleague play you're more likely to see, but some interesting matchups from that perspective. I think the Major League All-Star Game has a little bit more tradition as well, which helps it. NBA All-Star Weekend is just that. It's a whole weekend of jam-packed fun. They've never even made the game count. They've never even acted like they played defense, and I think that's why it's a major difference between the NBA game and the NFL game. If you don't sell out and don't play defense in the NBA, the game is more exciting, up-tempo, fans like that. If you're not trying from a football perspective, again, we're so used to seeing these guys sell out 100% that when we watch it, we kind of feel a little bit let down. But in the NBA, where the NBA does it right, I think there's a lot of things the NBA does wrong, but what the NBA does right is they make a whole weekend out of it, right? They have the skills competitions, they have the three-point contest, the dunk contest, and all those that skills competition they have as well. They have all those, all right, which I think is cool. I think the fans like seeing that. They like seeing their players in a different light rather than just playing a game. I think that's something the NFL should look into if in the next year or two the Pro Bowl goes by the wayside. Some sort of skills competition, maybe leading up to a game, but maybe not even leading up to a game. Just base it around a skills competition. Whether it is foot races, quarterbacks hitting targets. They could come up with different things. To make it more exciting. But again, when the NFL has the ratings they do for the Pro Bowl, outside of the players just completely not trying and giving no effort, I think more people may watch today just to see if they show effort in this game based on what happened last year. That's how popular the NFL is. They have that trump card over all these other sports. The NHL, I think, is a cool all-star game as well, because you got players from all over the world. It's just exciting the way they set it up. Again, they do a skills competition as well, which I think is really cool. I don't watch the NHL as much, but I usually actually watch the skills competition and watch the All-Star Game for the NHL. But, the NFL, from an actual game perspective, is probably the worst. But remember, it is the most popular sport. It'll probably be the most popular sport for the foreseeable future. I would just like for them to spice it up somehow. But if you're sitting in the NFL shoes, you're like, we have a game the way we've always been doing it. Okay, we still get good ratings on television. So I think outside of these guys coming out for this Pro Bowl and just not trying, I think you'll have the Pro Bowl at least again for next year. But again, if these guys come out and Goodell's not impressed with the product as he was last year, and the fans clamor enough, I think you look for a creative solution to the NFL Pro Bowl next year. But let me know. You're going to be watching the Pro Bowl today? If you are, do you fall into one of those two categories? Either you have a Football Jones or you're going to have a little wager on the game today? Let me know. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter as well, at SNewsAnalysis. And guys, if you subscribe to my page, again, all of my videos, I do daily sports talk videos. They'll get uploaded directly to your feed here on YouTube. Thanks again for listening, and have a great day.